Hi guys, it's Yana. Welcome back to my vlog, and today we're going to talk about this award-winning concealer from Maybelline. It's called the Maybelline SuperStay Active Wear Concealer. This concealer is one of the recipients of Allure's Best of Beauty Awards for 2022. And I'm very excited to give this a try since it's from Maybelline. The reasons why this is an award winner is because of the following claims. So it claims to stay up to 30 hours on the face and it gives full coverage. Secondly, in terms of its formula, it's breathable and lightweight. The third claim is that it won't crease. And last but not the least, it's waterproof and it defies transfer. Indeed, those are very promising and exciting claims to test. So without any further ado, let's start with the makeup breakdown. Talking about the packaging, it comes in this rectangular prism. It feels very luxe but still lightweight. And then you can see here the actual shade of the product. You also get a total of 10 ml for this one. And you can see also in the packaging where it is imported and distributed by. So mine is imported and distributed by LP Cosmetic Products from Ortigas Center, Pasig City. It's written here. And also the manufacturing date, which is April 2022. Although the POW of this product is not indicated in its packaging, I think that since it's a cream product, it's good for 1 to 2 years after opening. Lastly, it also boasts its applicator, which is a Comfort Curve Flex applicator, which makes it very easy to apply evenly the product on your skin. Now, talking about the shade, I got the shade 20. You can see the number actually here on its lid. As of the moment, there are a total of 5 shades in the Philippines. This is the second to the last shade, but I think I should have gotten the darker shade, which is 25. I'll put a photo here so you can see the actual shades available here in the Philippines. If you're curious about the smell, it kind of smells like a plastic gelatin. Something like that, but it doesn't linger actually. And if you're not that sensitive to smell, then you can go away with the smell of this one. This concealer retails for 549 pesos. I got mine from Lazada and I'll put the link down below so you can check it out. For its application and performance, I'm gonna show you a clip for you to see how it performed throughout my day. This is the current situation of my skin. I have a lot of acne marks here on my cheeks, on both cheeks actually. And then I think I have a little bit of active acne. I'll dot this concealer on those areas. So we have this here. It's very easy to apply the product because I like how thin and pointed the applicator is. So I'm just using my ring finger to apply and blend the product. With that amount of product, like one dot only, I was able to get a sheer to medium coverage because like this, you can still see the darkness of my pimple mark as well as some parts here. I'm just putting another layer over the pimple marks that I have just so we can see how buildable the formula is. So for my pimple marks, especially on these areas which are super dark as well as over here, I think it was not able to like fully cover it, but at least it gave a medium coverage. So in this case, if you have pimple marks as dark as this, like mine, you might need a color corrector to make sure that it is well covered. But in the case of those other pimple marks that I have, I think they are well covered. I'm going to try it also here under my eyes just so we can see how it will perform on these areas because it's a little bit darker, or it has a different color compared to the rest of my skin. There. Comparing it on the other side, I think it looks very great. I like that it was able to cover that discoloration, or difference in color here. I like the formula of this one. It's not that creamy, and it's like the right amount of liquidy. It's not really that creamy to the point that you think it will like rest on the folds of your face. I like that the formula is very lightweight. Oops, we have a weird thing going on here. This is a dry patch, and it's not covering it very well. It needs a little bit of warming up. There, I'm done applying. So this is how it looks over my pimple marks. And here's the look on the rest of my face. I like it especially here under my eyes. So compared before, I look more awake right now. I look a lot less stressed. Like I had enough good sleep. I'll see you again after 3 hours, and I'll give you an update as to how this product performed on my face, how it will be able to stay since it's very hot and sunny day right now. So I'll be very much perspiring through the day. See ya! Hi guys, it's now 11 o'clock in the morning, and 3 hours have already passed since I first applied this concealer. So as you can see, it looks pretty much the same as the when I first applied the product. I like the finish, even though I was sweating and perspiring a lot this morning. I did some household chores and went outside to water the plants, and it looks like this. For under the eyes, it looks pretty great, except that there's a minimal creasing on the part where I have some folds. The concealer did not sit perfectly or very smoothly since it creased on those areas, but it's very minimal. I think what you just need to do is to set it with a powder for it to avoid creasing, but for the rest of the face, it looks pretty well and decent. I think that I could already skip using the foundation if I use this concealer, especially on days when I have to rush and go out of the house while still looking good or great. If you're curious to know if this product transfers, I used a mask earlier to test that, and you can see here that there's a minimal transfer, especially here on the areas where my cheeks are. Considering that I applied 2 layers of concealer already, and that's only the amount of product that transferred, I think that it still worked pretty well. I'll do another check-in after 3 hours, so that will be around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Hi guys, it's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so 6 hours have already passed since I first applied this concealer, and this is how I'm looking right now. I still like how my face looks, and even though I'm perspiring, like now, sobrang init, I like how skin-like it still looks. Also here, under my eyes, it looks pretty much the same as to when I first applied it. Also here on the sides of my nose, I applied a little bit of concealer over here because it's a bit reddish, but still no reddish hue peeks through. And also here, I have a dark pimple mark over here on the tip of my nose, and it's still pretty covered. So far, so good. I'm really loving this concealer so much. I'll give you another check-in after 3 hours, and that would be at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This is how we're looking after 9 hours, and you may already see my pimple marks. They have become more obvious already since sobrang pinagpawisan ako today. Sobrang init lang din. And then, yeah, with regards to that on my under eye, medyo nawala na yung product din. Sobrang pawis lang din yan. As for the rest of my face, okay pa naman siya. I'd say that this concealer is actually good considering that I sweat a lot really today. And yeah, I think that during those days when I won't be sweating too much, those are my dogs. On those days that I won't be sweating too much, I think that it will be able to stay even longer. I'll give an update again after 3 hours, so that would be around the 12-hour check-in for this concealer. Hi guys, it's now 8 o'clock in the evening, so officially 12 hours have already passed. And this is how it's looking right now. You can see sobrang pawis na pawis ko pa, and we can see that my pimple marks are a bit more obvious right now compared to when I first applied the concealer. Lalo, or most especially this pimple mark here. Also, if you're not like me who were perspiring or not gonna do anything at all, I think that this concealer can actually stay for a longer time on your face. Now, I'm ready to share my verdict if I recommend this concealer from Maybelline or not. For the first claim, it's up to 30 hours full coverage. So let's start first in terms of coverage. I think that it gave me until a medium kind of coverage because I have a dark spot over here and it was not able to fully cover that. But then on my lighter pimple marks, it did a very good job to conceal it. Also, when I tried to apply it here under my eyes, great job. I like the finish of it, and also the redness here on the sides of my nose. It was also able to cover it. Since I tested this out for 12 hours straight on the face on a hot and humid day, I was sweating a lot. I walked a lot too. I did a lot of chores and things like that. At the 9th hour mark, I can actually see my pimple marks start to peek through. I think that if you're going to use this on a normal day when sweat is not involved, then this will definitely stay even longer than 12 hours on the face. Moving on to the second claim, which is breathable and lightweight. Yes, I definitely agree that this one lives up to those claims. I love the formula so much. It's very thin, kind of watery consistency. It's not that creamy, yet it still gives a good coverage. In terms of the third claim, no creasing, I actually disagree, especially when I applied here under my eyes. I have a bit of a fold over there, you can see, and it didn't sit very evenly on that surface. But then I think this is not an alienated case. I think that it happens almost to any makeup product unless you use a setting powder or a setting spray to make the finish very flawless. So on to the last claim. Is this concealer waterproof and does it defy transfer? In my case, since I was sweating a lot and then I still used a mask, there was only a minimal transfer considering that I applied 2 layers of concealer already on my face. I did not set it with powder or use a setting spray. So I think in that case, that's already a thumbs up. The bottom line is, yes, I recommend this Maybelline SuperStay Activewear Concealer. Actually, this is going to be the concealer I'll be reaching out always every day. So if you have a chance to grab this, please do so and give it a try because I think it's worth it. Thank you so much for watching my vlog. If you have any requests as to what makeup product I should try next time, please feel free to comment it down below. Thanks again and ingat!